Hello, hello. I am ecstatic to be coming to you today. It is day 20 of my 90-day challenge to have a monetized YouTube channel, and today is a banger. I have such a hot take about the power of two, so stick around. Hello, YouTube family. Oh my Lord. I had an epiphany yesterday. Now, just for those of you who do not know or haven't seen this channel, my name is Steffi Starr. I'm a psychedelic ceremony facilitator and a certified breathwork practitioner. However, I am in the process of a 90-day challenge to create a monetized YouTube channel by January 10th of 2025, because as much as I love the work I do and as valuable as I know it is to our human evolution, I want to be free. I want to be in different time zones on different continents at F1 races meeting Lewis Hamilton. I'm just being for real. And earn money and earn my keep. Now, does that mean I will not do the work that I've been doing for the last 8 years with my human family? Absolutely not. But I don't want to rely on it for my sustenance anymore. I don't want to have to be in one place. So this format that I teach, the transformation framework, I'm giving it away here free on YouTube, but very briefly, it is number one, you are the thing in the way. If you are not living the life you desire, the life you deserve, you're the thing keeping yourself from that. I know that's a hard truth, but it's a beautiful truth, because the only thing in the world that you can change is you. Nothing else can be moved an inch save you. And trust me, I know, you know, that's a hard enough job in and of itself, but that's the way forward. Changing ourselves is the way we change everything. I say it all the time in class. The life you live is a result of the story you tell yourself. Start telling yourself a different story. So I am telling myself a different story. I am free in my life in so many ways, and I want to be physically free. I want to be free of the structure. I want to be free of the address that I have to do the work at. So, having said all that, I am setting a goal to become an online content creator solely for the edification and the uplifting of my human family. I will still live a life of service. However, I'm just going to be doing it on the interwebs here with all of you lovely people, my family, my brothers and sisters. So having said that, I teach the transformation framework. There are 4 steps over the course of 4 weeks that if you implement this, you will absolutely change your life. I'm not kidding. It's not hyperbole. It isn't like everybody else out here telling you something that's going to happen. If you apply these 4 steps to your life over 4 weeks, you're going to win. So the transformation framework is the thing that I am using. I am being the test model. I am the one that you're going to watch this system work on. And I'm going to do it using this transformation framework that I have used in my life with clients for years. So having said that, number one, we have to have a singular, focused intention. We need to be laser clear about the thing we want to accomplish. That's step number one. Step number 2 is you have to understand what it takes to get you there. Know what it is you need to do, and you have to understand the aspects of yourself that are in the way from you doing what you need to do. Once you get that down, we go to step 3. Number 3 is setting small, incremental commitments that you keep on a daily basis. You create the program. You design a program of small steps that you can take consistently to move yourself in the direction of your goal, and you make that commitment daily. I am teaching people how to fall in love with discipline, because at the end of the day, that's all discipline is. Discipline is doing the thing you don't want to do simply because it needs doing. So when you discover the power of discipline, we get rid of all the negative connotations, all the negative thought patterns we have around what a pain in the rear end discipline is. When you see the power of discipline, you will fall in love with it. And finally, the most important step, and this is the subject of today's video, number 4 on the transformation framework, the final step is you have to have support and accountability to get where you're going. You need a group of like-minded people. They don't have to have the same goal you have. They don't have to be doing the same thing you do, but they need to be forward thinking. They need to be of the mindset that they too are going to get out of their own way. They are going to set a singular focus. They are going to understand what it takes to get there and understand the parts of them that get in the way. They are going to create a discipline of small incremental changes that they commit to on a daily basis. And they are going to interact with you to build you up when you fall down, to cheer you on when you win, because you're going to be doing a lot of winning. You're going to be doing a lot of falling down too. This is the nature. And this is what people won't tell you. It's hard to get what we want. This is why we don't live in a society where people live the life they desire and deserve. I've said it before, I'll say it again, we don't have a mental health crisis. We have a lack of purpose and a lack of discipline crisis. When you are chasing something, when you are seeing incremental improvements, when you are seeing yourself move in the direction of your dreams and goals, there's no room for depression. There's no room for the shoulda, coulda, woulda paralysis that shows up when we know there's something we want, but we don't know how to get there. That fear causes paralysis. And that paralysis is a place that a lot of doctors will call depression, and they're happy to throw pills at you. You don't need pills, you need a purpose. You need a purpose. And you need a supportive community to hold you up and help you walk down that road, because they need you to help hold them up and walk them down the road. It's so incredibly beautifully synergistic. So here's the lesson for today. I was sitting with my accountability partner. Now, again, you don't need a whole group of people. I've said it from the beginning. If you go back to the first video in this series, if you go back to the day I set my intention and I called upon the larger YO universe to deliver my goal and my dream, I said, you only need one other person. It doesn't have to be a group, but you need another person to support you and hold you accountable, for whom you do the very same thing. My support and accountability partner was here yesterday. She's here every day. We work together from 12 to 2. It's an agreement we've made with one another to hold each other accountable to the commitments on our list, right? Magic is happening for her. Pure magic out of the clear blue sky is flying at her in ways I won't even get into in this video. However, having said that, magic is happening for me too. I am gaining views and subscribers. Now, every Monday I do an update, but just the last 2 days since I did the update on Monday, it's Wednesday. I can't even explain what's happening, except this is what happens when we apply the 4 steps over 4 weeks, over 28 days. You can change your whole life in 28 days. We were sitting there talking about how much has happened since we began to collaborate. And we only really made this agreement a week ago with one another. And pure magic is happening to both of us. And here's the lesson for today. Having another person with whom you walk your path, with whom you fly towards the life you desire and deserve, and they're headed towards their own life they desire and deserve. You don't double the energy. You don't double the outcome. There is a method of math in the YO universe that is inexplicable and that is profoundly more exponential than 1 + 1 = 2. I don't mean to get all Terrence Howard on anybody. And I love you, brother. I think what you're doing is amazing. But when you combine 2 people of like mind with a goal who have committed to a discipline and they are on that path, the power doesn't double. The outcomes don't double. They don't even quadruple. They don't quintuple. They are exponentially magnified to outlandish mathematical equations of energy and outcome. That's what Joy and I realized yesterday as we sat there. And I grew up as a born-again Christian. I grew up independent, fundamental. I know the Bible like the back of my hand, forwards and backwards. That is not the faith of my today. That is not my awareness today. But a lot of that text, a lot of what Jesus had to say, the biblical principles that I grew up with, they come back to me from time to time. And while I didn't understand a lot of what I was being told as a child, I knew the words that was coming out of their mouth. Chris Tucker. I knew the words that people were saying to me. I understood what they were saying, but it made no sense when I looked around planet Earth. I'm like, that can't possibly be true. This thing you're telling me because I have eyeballs and I have a brain, and that's not possible. When my spiritual awakening began, many, many years ago, when I started to walk down a different road of openness and non-attachment and non-judgment, the Bible became electric to me. When I began to translate the words of Jesus through metaphysics, I was picking up everything he was putting down. There's a verse from my childhood that says, where two or more are gathered in my name, I am there. Now, if you take that at face value, it means that when two people get together, they're in the presence of God. I personally believe me here all by my little lonesome, I am the entire universe. I don't need another person for divinity to show up. I'm divine. You're divine. We're all divine. But when you put two like-minded people together, I get it now. I get the power that's created between two similarly minded, similarly principled, and similarly committed people. The power of our divinity comes out. We become capable of things together that we would never accomplish in our singularity, in our individuality. I don't use the word alone. I am not alone. I don't believe aloneness exists. That is a feeling. That is I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but I come from a very interesting background. Again, I'm a psychedelic ceremony facilitator. I take people on journeys outside of the rational thinking mind. That's what I've done for the last 8 years after a 30-year Western medical career. So I understand illness. I understand mental illness. I understand the human psyche. Am I a psychologist? Am I a psychiatrist? No, I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night, but I understand people. And I understand where we go when we walk out of the thinking mind, the compulsive mind, and we allow ourselves access through compounds in nature, through ancient traditions, through our breath. I understand that we can reach altered states of consciousness. I have been there many, many times, and there's an entirely different reality that we come back with. And once I began to translate the principles, the verses, the words from the faith of my youth, metaphysically, I understand all of that so much differently now. And where two or more are gathered in my name, I am there. I get it. The power of our highest, purest, most divine essence is there, expanded in ways that mathematics cannot describe. But yeah, that's the lesson. You don't need a group, but you need somebody. Because the magic that awaits you when you combine your effort and your energy with another person on a similar path. Listen, I'm going to get where I'm going. You're going to watch me get where I'm going. I say that with full faith. And I have other dreams that I haven't even stated here because I would sound insane. I'm going to wait until January to let everybody know what's next. This is now, and this is happening because yesterday, after 5 days of making a commitment with another person to double down our efforts, the outcomes are already 10 times greater than we could have envisioned. So that's what I got for you today, dear ones. I am so grateful for your company on this journey. There is a version of support and accountability that I find in making these videos. I also host a group online in Podia. It is called In the Loop. There are free downloads for you to chase your dream. There is support. There is inspiration. I post weekly to tell people you can do it. You can make it. You're worth it. It's worth it. The journey, the hard work, it's worth it. You can join In the Loop completely for free by going down into the description for this video and clicking the link. Give me your email address, give me your first name, whatever you want, but join the group. Find your tribe, the support and accountability. If you don't have it in your own life, I got you, boo-boo. I got you. We'll do it together because that's really the only way we're going to do it, apparently. So, as always, you are so seen. You are so loved. Aho.